What's good, Summary? Where you at? Your motivation guy is back. Your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. I'm so excited, man. I'm here to make you guys like the greatest Fortnite player you could possibly be. And today, we're gonna dig deep into your psyche and bring out the confidence in you. Yeah, man. You know, confidence has the power, and it just really greatly affects how well you do in a match or even in a full-scale tournament. So today, we're gonna be examining that power and how you can harness it and really use it to elevate yourself to pro status. You guys ready for this? Well, before we do, it's time to get my favorite candy. What are they, y'all? It's that bunch of crunch. Yo, let's get this going. So confidence and skill are two very different attributes a player has. You know, skill can be learned, refined, and even, turned into a useful weapon that can use to really guide yourself to victory. But confidence, on the other hand, guys, is the trait that allows you to use your skills correctly or incorrectly, depending on the situation. You know, unlike skill, confidence tends to fluctuate. You know, one moment you could be experiencing a large influx of confidence that just makes you feel like, man, you could just take down the entire lobby. And then the next moment, you're almost sure that you're gonna get eliminated every time. Confidence just tends to shift depending on your performance, right? Like the better you perform, the more confidence you're gonna build up. However, confidence and skill have one thing in common. Like they can both be trained before the competition. You know, same way that you warm up to get your muscle memory to have it in top tier shape when you finally drop, you also need to build up your confidence before a match so you can go in playing hype, right? Like hype yourself up, get pumped up, tell yourself that you're gonna win because you've been practicing. Remind yourself over and over again of your prior victories and use that as a sign that winning is the next step possible. So if you play with a teammate, like do what you can do to get your blood pumping together. Let me ask you this. You guys want to build your skill but don't know where to start? You got to click on the link below to visit ProGuides.com. There you're going to be able to connect with our pro level coaches that can help you figure out what you need to do next. Next help? Need help building a loot path? Well, what about setting up a proper training regimen? We got that covered. With ProGuides, you're going to learn everything that you need to know to master your skills and become a better Fortnite player than you were when you came in. You know, one of the best ways to build confidence is making sure all your mechanics are up to date. If you don't have good mechanics, your confidence won't mean much. You gotta make sure, guys, that your confidence scales with your skill level. Do this by pinpointing which mechanics you're having the most trouble with and then just working on those in creative. You know, the idea here, and I mean like right here, is to learn as many skills and just be familiar with all the sorts of strategies as possible. All right, for example, like if your opponent is going to pull out some edits you are unfamiliar with, it's gonna catch you guys by surprise and you might not know how to react to it. This can throw off your game. Confidence sometimes revolves on how well you know the game. You know, the strategies circling the meta and how to deal with certain situations. And so by learning this, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna decrease the chances of getting caught by surprise. So not only will you become more confident, but your skills are also going to improve. If you want to use confidence but also prevent it from becoming overconfident, the best way to do this is by analyzing your opponent's movements, playstyle, and loadout. And so being able to gather this information before engaging, it can paint a clearer picture of whether or not you can take a fight and come out the victor. All right, if you hear gunshots, for example, if you guys hear gunshots in the distance and you see two players fighting, then you know both players are distracted by the other. If one of these players goes down, then you know that health might not be at 100% with the remaining player. Therefore, you can determine that you can now have the opportunity to catch them off guard while they're recovering. Okay, in another example, if you manage to get a rare or epic weapon from a chest in the early game, then you know the odds of other players having the same thing are slim, right? Most players might have a green weapon at this point, maybe even a blue, but you having this purple weapon means that you're better equipped. And so this is going to give you the confidence that you need to push your opponents knowing that you can take them down faster based on your inventory. Remember, confidence isn't just about having the courage to fight an opponent. It's also about picking and choosing your battles. If you have enough info to determine that you can take the win, then perfect. However, if you watch an opponent and you realize that you don't have the right equipment or enough mats to take the fight, that's okay. Passing up a fight isn't the same as just having a bad confidence, right? Like if it was the right choice, then it only means that you become a smarter player and even more capable of choosing right from wrong. Streaming your matches is also a good way to build confidence. This not only helps you guys, but it just puts yourself out there as a pro player, but it just allows you to get feedback in your gameplay as well. Clicks and Epic Whale and Booga, they all have their, legions of fans who root for them. Even smaller names have their fair share of followers that, like what they see and decide they want to watch where their careers go. Having a few loyal followers can help you build confidence, right? Like they know that you're good at what you do, so it becomes easier to believe that you have the skills needed to keep pushing forwards. Of course, the bigger that you become, also, you have haters, right? Who think you don't deserve to be where you are. I get it. If you reach this point though, take it as a good sign. Don't take it as a sign that you're bad, but rather you've achieved being big enough to have haters notice you. So if you set up a good streaming schedule, you can also work on playing under additional pressure. No one likes being watched, and we tend to make mistakes when we think we have judgmental eyes, keeping track of every mistake we make, right? You get in your head. But doing this also helps condition you to feel less pressured when you do make mistakes. And so if you're used to staying cool when being watched, then you're definitely gonna stay cool when you're alone. So doing a vibe review might not seem like a confidence building tool, but it's on how you can handle it, right? For example, vibe reviews are all about pinpointing mistakes that you make in game. So you can just work on improving your decision-making skills and your strats. And so this might not sound like you're focusing plenty on the things that went wrong during a match, but you should also take time to focus on what went right. Like the best method of self-teaching is being able to acknowledge whenever you made a mistake, right? However, the best method of keeping yourself engaged and motivated to really keep learning is recognizing whenever you accomplish something correctly. Perhaps it was like a moment during your match where you made an excellent edit that landed you the kill. Or maybe it was a narrow escape that allows you to come back stronger than ever. Seeing yourself make progress, man, it just shows that even if you make mistakes, you can still overcome them with enough practice. So the biggest confidence builder is watching yourself succeed in a situation you failed before. Being a confident player, it's all about trusting that you're good enough to bring home the win. And so if you lack confidence, then you're gonna find yourself putting your 10% into a match rather than your 100%. So there are many ways to use confidence, but let's just take a look at this example, right? All right, so let's just say that you're fighting in the early game, you don't have the best weaponry, but your skills are on point. This allows you to get a kill right off the bat. I mean, just getting this one elimination is enough to get your gears going, right? And so if you're in arena, then you also get a boost in health or shields when you do so. The more kills that you get, the stronger you become, but also it is going to give you the boost in your confidence. So having good confidence also means trusting your strats. This means being able to go through with the plan and quickly being able to adapt without getting stumped. Yes, man, you might be going up against more powerful players, but if you let that just stop you from making a necessary edit, it can just give your opponent an opening to take you down. If your strat doesn't work, then it didn't work. But, halting your plan because you feel like you're going to lose means that you just gave up the fight. So you can learn from a failed strategy. You can't learn from a halted one. Using your own confidence to boost your performance is one way of taking advantage of that sudden surge of energy, but you're going to become an even better mastermind if you know how to use your confidence against your opponents. During a fight in competitive, whoever is able to land the first shot usually has a major advantage over their opponent. Suddenly, the dynamic changes and you're no longer on even ground. The player with less damage taken is the one on the hunt, while the other one just got his shield crack is put on the defensive. So usually this is what happens, but there's a specific reason for that. The player who landed the shot knows that their opponent no longer has shields. And this is why they feel the sudden rush of confidence that allows them to push harder and harder and become more aggressive. If left unchecked, confidence, I'm telling you right now, can actually lead to some pretty dumb mistakes. Even if your health just took a nasty hit, you can still come back from it if you have a level head. If you have confidence in your skills, then you should, just really look to outplay your opponent and analyze your movements. Alright guys, so before we drop you off, remember to check out ProGuides.com for our pro level coaching. You're guaranteed to see improvement no matter what skill level that you come from. But your summary where you at, your motivation guy is back. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also feel free to let us know what you want to learn more about. All right, hey, I believe in you guys. I'm still your #1 fan. Never forget that. Keep grinding, keep going after your dreams, because I've seen my dreams come true. Your dreams will come true too. I'll see you soon. Connect with my Instagram at Your Motivation Guy. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.